In this video, I'll be showing you another use case where we'll be using the conditional statements, the if conditions and if else conditions. So I have created a week 3 exercise 1 program, a new project inside my clone directory. You already know the steps, so I've not repeated it here. And I have written the first line. This is all inside the static void main between the curly braces. That is where we code. So here's my console.write line that tells me what program I'm in. And I have comment here that tells you exactly what the problem is that we are trying to solve. So this is a situation where we are creating an application. The application is going to receive a student score like 75 or 62 or 98, a number score, and convert that into a pass or fail grade. So the steps are going to be input student score. The second step is going to be to evaluate if the score is greater than or equal to 70%. If that is true, then it will display pass. Okay, let's make this 70 because it's a number, right? If it is true, we will display the computer program will display pass. Otherwise, program will display fail. So how do we implement that? That is what we are going to see. What we have here is the definition of the problem. The problem is to convert the student score into a pass or fail grade. So the two options are going to be pass, fail. Let us see how we can do this. First, we have to initialize a variable called score. This is going to be, let's assume for the time being, our scores can be only whole numbers. Okay. So how do I receive this score as an input? In order to receive it as an input, we can use read line. So console.read line. Okay, this will help me accept values. This will help the computer accept whatever value I'm giving on the screen. Okay, so let me just let us just run this and see what happens now. So when I you can see that I did not do a specific build because when I try to run the program, it automatically builds. So it tells me week 3 exercise 1 if condition. Now it is looking for me to enter a score. I entered a score. Now it's waiting for me for a keystroke. I did that. Okay. So if you want to enter a value, if you want to get an input, you can use the read line. There is one disadvantage though. Read line, if you hover over this, it tells you it returns a string, which means the value 89 will be returned as a string. First of all, we are not capturing it anywhere. So we want to create a variable . And then we want to assign that. We want to save the read line in score value. Okay. So this guy is a string. This method returns a string. So it can only be sent to a string. Now, how do I put this score value inside this score? Score value is a string. Score is an integer. How do we do that? For that, there is a method called int32.parse. Okay. So what would happen is, this is how you convert a string to an integer. Okay. So you have to say int32.parse score value, and then there is int64 and all that. But for our reasons, this is more than enough. So step is to input score as text. Convert score to integer. Okay, these are the two steps that are required. So this is called as type conversion. When you take a string and put it into an integer, you have to convert it to the correct format. Okay, now we have the score. How do we go about deciding, let's go back to our algorithm. It says evaluate if score is greater than or equal to 70. Then pass. So how would we do that? The if condition. Let's first write the construct of the if condition. If expression block else block. Okay, so this is the construct. Basically, this is how you have to write if conditions. Okay, so inside this, what is the condition? Score is the variable that holds our score. If score is greater than or equal to 70. If score is greater than or equal to 70, we will say console.writeLine pass. Otherwise, we will say console.writeLine fail. Okay, this is called as a comparison. We are doing comparison, right? We are comparing greater than or equal to. So this is a combination, right? Greater than or equal to means greater than or equal to. So this is how the if condition works. Let's run this program, see how the output will be. Okay, I have to enter my score 89. It says I passed the class. Is that right? That's right. Now let's run the program. Enter a score where the person has failed, 54. That means fail. This is called boundary condition. You have to enter a value to test this condition. You have to enter a value to test this condition. Both conditions have to be tested. That is called as boundary testing.